Alright guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I will be speaking on different ways to make your dress look professional. You want to make sure that each garment that you are accepting and working on, you want to give it a clean and a finished look. So this is some tips that can help you to accomplish that. So first off, when you first get your fabric, make sure it's properly ironed or pressed out in order to iron out the wrinkles. If it's a wrinkled fabric, like for instance you have a satin that you folded up and it's a little bit rough or wrinkled, get your iron, place it, iron it out, smoothen it out, and when you place it on your pattern paper, you can have the fabric well laid before you go ahead to cut. So now, second, you want to make sure that you use, depending on the type of fabrics that you're working on, to make sure that you use wide and elastic castings to make sure that you have create enough wide hems and cuffs. And you also want to make sure that you press everything from the lining to the cutting to while you're sewing, before sewing, during sewing, and after. Press, press, press. This will give your job the perfect look that it needs. Okay, so don't forget that. Don't be too tight when you need to iron. I know I was very guilty of this, especially when I first started out. I never liked ironing. I just like to sew. I don't really like to iron. So that really messed up a couple of my projects because I wasn't really taking my time out to give my garments a good ironing, a good pressing. Like I said, remember you have to press it before, during, and after. Okay, this will help to get rid of a lot of folding, a lot of especially at the back of where the zipper is, the stomach area. This will just give your job a good finishing. Okay, like I said, finishing inside and out. Okay, now you also want to make sure that, like I said, depending on the kind of fabric design that you're working on, if you're working on the colors, the interfacing, you press it with your fabric, you have it laid out perfectly, you iron. I think that's what this video is pretty much about at this point, making sure that you press. And also with your stay stitching at the bottom of your dress, make sure it's properly measured and pressed. Okay, if you have to get your dress on the inside to look good, you want to make sure that you finish the same allowances. You cut out the threads, any loose threads, inside and out together. Press your linings with your main fabric, with your inner facing. Make sure everything is properly pressed, cutting out any excess fabric on the inside and on the outside. So it requires you just taking your time with each project, not rushing the project, enjoying the process of creating an amazing work, and also making sure that on the inside, get you a lock stitch. A lock stitch machine will also help you out. This will help you in with double stitching your dresses inside, on the bottom, and out. Everywhere that you need to clean your dress, a lock stitch machine will help you how to do that. And I believe there are a couple in the market that are quite affordable that you can also look into as a starter. Okay, again, you want to find a different type of stitching that will work best for your design. So don't just go into a project with getting so excited. Take your time, research your project, find out what materials you will need, find out how many hours it's going to take you to accomplish it, to give it the best job, the best quality that you can give it, and then you can get to work. So during the process, before, during, and after, have your work being checked out. Check it out, place it on the mannequin, recheck it, remeasure it, cut out whatever it's not supposed to be there. If you need to have somebody to critique your work, get another opinion and have them look at it before you have your clients come in to pick up their work. Again, remember, your work should speak for itself so you can have your clients coming back to you. So those are my few tips that I have. The biggest one is pressing your garment. Making sure the garment is always pressed before, during, and after. Using stay stitching. Getting you a lock stitch. Folding, checking, cross-checking for good quality. And at the end of your day, your work should give a professional look. So again, thank you for watching. Until next time, stay beautiful.